And I asked all of you to put your first, middle, last name, and date of birth in the chat. Let's get it. The 3 steps of the PDA, Space Management System. 1, perceive objects or conditions on the road. When you guys are driving this weekend, we're probably going to have snow. The road is going to be cold. Wear proper shoes. Don't wear Crocs. Don't wear foam shoes. Wear a closed-toe shoe. Please and thank you. If you don't wear closed-toe shoes, I will not drive you. It's really important that we have the right gear on. So that's extremely important. Identify events in a scene that are relevant to you as you drive. You're driving in the downtown area. There are people walking out. You're driving in the school zone. There are seniors who are going to walk in front of you. They're at the top of the food chain. You're a freshman. You're a sophomore. None of you are seniors. If you're a senior, put senior in. But you're the underclassmen. Seniors get the best of everything, the best lockers, the best food. They get served first. Okay, so you got to perceive. If you're in your neighborhood, you want to perceive what's going on. Kids playing. It's dark in the morning. Okay, you will be driving very soon. Thanksgiving or Christmas. Most of you will be driving. Okay, maybe with your mom and dad to go pick up your grandma, your uncle, your auntie. So you need to mentally get ready for that. Number 2, decide the projected path ahead for an alternative path. If the path is blocked, you're going to have to turn around. If the path is blocked, you might have to go to the left. If the path is blocked, you might have to go to the right. I think a lot of beginners run out of room. You're driving along, everything's good, and then the road's closed. You're driving along, and then you have to merge to the left. You're driving along, then you have to merge to the right. I'm telling you all this because I really need you to be good drivers. I really need you to be able to back into a driveway. I need you to reverse out. It's called maneuverability. Check to the sides and rear for speed and lane position. There's a lot. Your first and second drive, you're overwhelmed, you're overloaded, but my job as your instructor is to help you. It's to make you feel safe. And that's really important that I make you feel safe. And when you feel safe, you're going to be more consistent. Okay? 3, act. Act appropriately and make the proper adjustments. You as beginning drivers, you don't make the proper adjustments. Example, the light just turned yellow. Well, if I run the light, I could get hit and get a ticket. If I slam brakes, I can get hit. So you have to make a split-second decision. And I think over time, most of you will. Changing speeds, changing lanes. I need each of you to type in a question about the first 3 things that I said: perceive, decide, and act. Put your question in about this, okay? Because what I usually do, I give you a quizzy after this. Perceive, decide, and act. What's up, Charlie? Hey, how you doing? So please put some questions in about the PDEA Space Management System, okay? And as you're putting your questions in, I'm going to go to the next part, and this will kind of help you understand. All right. To be a safe driver, your goal is to be a safe driver. You must know what is going on around you. Hey, S, hey, how you doing? You must know what's going on around you. What is your intended path of travel? What's your focus? We have to go beyond just driving. I'm taking you in the neighborhood to make right turns, left turns. We're going on a roundabout. You have to yield to traffic already in the roundabout. We're merging an expressway. You have to do a 3rd gear merge. We're parallel parking. You have to line your car up, reverse back at a 45 angle, turn the wheels to the right. Okay? So this is what we do as learning to drive, getting you prepared. I see some questions coming in. So bad weather is a part of it. So in bad weather, you want to increase your following distance. You don't want to follow so fast. You want to give yourself more time. You want to leave early, okay? You always want to leave early. And when you leave early, you're not rushed, okay? I had to get gas in a truck this morning. I got up early. I let the truck warm up. I got into the vehicle. I got to the gas station. I filled up. I cleaned off my windows, my headlights, my taillights, so I can see and be seen. Okay, so it's really important that you do that. I want to keep going. I'm giving you an example of winter weather. Okay, we live in a cold weather region. You have to wipe off your windows. You need to preheat your windows to knock off the ice and snow. I want it to snow this weekend, so when you guys drive, you're like, oh my God, right? You want to make sure your tires are in good shape. That's really important, okay? You always want to do your best. Put in more questions. So I think the beginning thing, a lot of beginning drivers don't look far enough ahead. You're only looking one or two cars. And if the car ahead of you slams brakes, then you won't do well. Okay. I really want you to do well. Okay. Next, this area is 20, 30 seconds ahead. Have a good visual lead. Beginning drivers don't look far enough ahead. And this is what happens is you rear end the car. That's very common for driver's ed students because one of my students almost rear-ended the car on Sunday. Going too fast, not slowing down, wearing the wrong shoe. Please wear the correct shoe because you want to put your heel down and pivot between the gas and brake. I'm a state certified driving instructor. This is driver's education, adult ed. Put your questions in. All right, let's keep going. So you want to look for roadside objects. You want to look for space. You want to keep space. You want to have a minimum of 3 seconds following distance. You want to be prepared. And you want to make sure that you are doing well. Put in questions. If my tire blows out and there's no safe place to pull over, you turn on your four ways, Xavier. I love the question. You turn on your four ways. This lets people know, hey, my car is not working right. You gradually get over slowly and you get over to the right. People will let you over if you put on your four ways. So you have to let them know. You have to communicate. If you have a blowout and you're going 80 miles an hour, no one knows that. If your car shuts off and you're going 50 miles an hour, no one knows your car shuts off. So you have to turn on your four-way emergency flashers, and this lets people know that you are ready to go. So it's really important that we all prepare. Go ahead, put in your real questions about driver's ed. If you have real questions, I'll answer. If not, I'm going to delete you. Okay, let's keep going. I like the questions. I had a question about a blown out tire, bad weather conditions. It gives you false confidence. When you have bad weather conditions, you think the ground is okay. If it's below freezing, you have black ice. It increases your stopping distance. It takes time for your car to slow down. It takes time for your car to speed up. Just like you jogging in the winter. You breathe in that cold air, it hurts your lungs. It takes you a moment to warm up, just like your car, okay? So it's really important. And the size of your car does make an impact. If you have a smaller car, your space requirement is less. If you have a bigger car, your space requirement is more. There's always a safe place to pull over, Xavier. That's to the right shoulder. You're saying there's no space because you don't know. There's a safe place to the right. You don't want to pull over to the left. You want to pull over to the right shoulder. People are always anxious on the road. Beginning drivers are anxious. Some of you are anxious in the Zoom right now. They're anxious people driving, anxious truck drivers, beginning drivers, old people, young people, moms, dad. The world is an anxious place. Okay, so that being said, you want to have your car peaceful. You want to have your windows clean. You want to have good tires. You want to have at least a half a tank of gas. You want to have your proper clothing on just in case you do break down. You want to leave early in case there's a traffic jam or an accident. So you always want to have a calm place. And when you guys drive with me as your instructor, I want to keep you calm because many of you panic. You don't see lights. I have to squeeze the brake. The light's green. You don't push the gas. Someone cuts us off. You panic. So I always want you to be able to make a good decision. And over time, you will make a good decision. Let's keep going. I like the questions. Concentrate on any one object or situation interferes with your ability to direct potential dangers. You're driving in a parking lot. If you focus on a car, you're going to miss people walking. You're driving in a parking lot. You focus on people walking in the car, but you slam brakes and the truck hits you. You always want to be aware of what's going on. You always want to grow. You always want to get better. And that's what I need you to do in this class, is get better. Put more questions in. I'm looking at a question right now. Yeah, 30 minutes. That's great. Hey, it's all good. Let's keep going. Okay, look behind you. Develop skills of checking traffic behind you. A lot of you don't do that. When we talked about mirrors, More of you are adjusting mirrors. Some of you just get in the car and pretend to put on your seatbelt, and you don't. Get in the car, lock the door, adjust your seat, get in the car, put in seatbelt, lock the door, then adjust your mirrors. I need you to do that. Do you drink cereal milk? I do. Let's keep going. Look behind you. Check your rearview mirrors. Look over your left and right shoulders. Some of you don't check blind spots, right? If your back window is foggy and I can't see, Cole, it's called a rear window defroster. On your dashboard, there is a button that you push. This button completes a circuit. You have electrical wires on the back of your back window. When you push this button, it puts electrical current through the little wires that heat up your back window, and the snow and ice melt. It takes 3 or 4 minutes. So, Cole, all cars have that. You just have not been educated. You've seen your mom and dad's car magically, the snow and ice is gone. They may have a push to start, but as a result, you don't understand the process. And I love the question. When you first start up your car, it's cold. The motor's cold. The oil is thick. After a few minutes, the oil gets up to operating temperature. You have a front defroster that puts hot air on the inside of the window. That melts the snow and ice. You have a rear defroster button that you push that melts the snow and ice. After about 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 7 minutes, your windows are clear. So I've educated you. I love the question. How do you change the mirror on the passenger side? We talked about that, Hudson. You need to lean over to the right and adjust that mirror in so you can see the side of the car or the door. There is a keypad that is on the driver's side armrest. Okay, you push the button to the left, you push the button to the right. Push the button to the right, that's for the right mirror. You push the button to the left, that's for the left mirror. So that's how you adjust your mirrors. And Hudson, if your mirrors are not adjusted properly, you're going to run into a car. And then it's going to be your mistake. So in the snow and ice, you got to clean it. You can get a ticket if your car's not cleaned up. We will look at some wintertime driving videos. I will show you those in a moment. Okay, I like the questions on the mirrors. You asked about passenger side mirrors. You asked about a smaller car is unsafe. A larger car is safer because you have more metal around you. Smaller cars, they're not as safe. A larger car, a larger truck is much bigger. It will protect you. Broken taillight cover, it depends. Every auto dealership or mechanic charges a different price. There is no set price. If you go to the dealership, it's going to be $125, $150. They have a set rate. Okay, so we talked about the foggy window. If you're driving on ice, if there's ice on your car, there's ice on the road. You have to assume there's ice at the bottom of the street. Whenever there's ice on your car, there's ice on the road. Okay? If the temperature's below freezing, you're going to have black ice. Hydroplaning, you want to lift your foot. You never hit the brake. We talked about foggy and you can't see. You turn on the rear defroster. I'm just going back through. I need more questions. How do you change the mirror? Okay, someone had to leave soon. Is staying far behind a car in bad weather conditions going to affect how I perceive danger? The answer is yes and no. Everyone has a different level of danger. In bad weather, you want to increase your following distance to 5 seconds, to 7 seconds. Okay, you pick a stationary object. Once you pass a light pole, 1001, 1002, 1003. AAA mechanics are awesome. Some mechanics and some shops are recognized for their service. You want to do research, okay? You want a minimum of 3 car lanes before you change lanes. I love the questions. Let's keep going. Do you drink your cereal milk? I do. Do you? Okay, let's keep going. So bad weather, increase your following distance. If I don't change speed quickly enough while getting on the highway, you'll get ran over, Hudson. You have to be able to pick up. So if you don't increase your speed enough, you'll get ran over. We talked about, will I get a ticket if the road side see my car goes off course? You could, Benjamin. You could get a ticket because you don't have control of your car. Remember, ignorance is no excuse. I'll say this again. This is in the data. Ignorance is no excuse. When you're driving, there's the assumption that you know the rules and laws of the road. So if your car goes off the road, you were driving too fast for the conditions. Okay? I put black coffee in my cereal. Do you? Yes. I like the questions. I'm going back through. Okay, let's keep going. A lot of you have questions about ice and snow. I think it's wonderful. So you must leave yourself time to react. As soon as you identify an object or condition in an area and your vision is blocked, you must make a decision. That's the problem, because we have too much government enforcement and we need to have more freedom. I think all of you will agree. Those flock cameras are bad. What can improve your PDA? Experience. I love the question, Kyle. Kyle, great job. You have to drive. You have to drive in snow. You have to drive in the rain. You have to drive when it's not dangerous. If the state police say it is too dangerous, then you should not be driving. Okay? You need to drive in bad weather. You need to drive at night. You need to drive in the rain. You need to drive in the fog. If all of you drive in perfect weather conditions, then you don't really learn how to drive. Many of you drive from school home, from home to your job. You're not going on the expressway 2 hours or 3 hours. It's really important that you understand. Black tints on your windows can reduce visible light. I like the questions. We talked about a tire blowing out. You get over to the right. You turn on your four-ways. You talked about it being foggy. We talked about changing mirror. Is starting traffic a crime? It can be. If everyone's driving really fast, a group of you will get a ticket. If you're with a group of people who are driving 80, 90, 100, the police will pull over a group of cars. We saw a video 2 days ago where the police are looking for drivers who are distracted, drivers who are speeding, because the community's fed up. So, Cole, the answer is yes. Okay? Is starting traffic a crime? It could be, right? So you want to ask these questions and you want to feel safe. You always want to be aware of what's going on. You want to let your car warm up. Okay? All right, let's keep going. I like the question. Potential critical risk. Many driving situations often limit choices. So sometimes deciding what action to take is simply such as encountering a traffic control device. Either you conform or you ignore, meaning a traffic light. More complex traffic situations. You're merging on the freeway, no one lets you in. Okay? So you always want to be aware of what's going on. You should warm up your car because your car's oil needs to circulate through. You want to have your windows nice and clear. People love getting into a nice warm car. I don't think anyone in the world wants to get into a cold car unless you're a cold person, right? If the person, I see some questions, if my power just went out, you got to get over to the right. You can turn on your four-way flashers. If your power just goes off and that has happened, you get over to the right. Because if you leave your car, you will get a ticket. If no one sees your car, you will get hit. So Xavier, you got to get over to a safe area. You can't just leave your car because it died. You will get a ticket and cause an accident. So understand what I'm saying. Very rarely does your power go out. And if it does, you better get over to the right as soon as possible. I love the questions. Power in the house, Xavier, then you got to pop back on. It's all good. Okay. What is on the permit test? Everything that I'm talking about, Noah, and we'll talk about that. But let's focus on the PDA right now. If the person in front of you turns left into a sub and there's construction on the right side, do you still stop behind them? If you don't stop behind them, you're going to rear end them because they're turning left. So what I need you to do, are you on a one-way? Is it a two-way? Okay, is the road blocked ahead? So what I need you to do is keep space. When you're driving, your brain always is processing information. Like I'm reading your questions right now. your car suddenly stops. You have light, you have headlights, you have taillights, get over to the right. You're following a car too close and they make a dumb decision. Keep room. If you're following a pack of cars, my cousin lives in Amsterdam. Hey guys, how are you doing today? Put in more questions. I like the questions. There are no stupid questions. Let's keep going. So select the path of travel that is a continuation process, meaning a straight line. It is common sense, but you got to remember, a lot of people don't have common sense. When a lot of people drive, they go the wrong way. When a lot of people drive, they use the wrong blinker. When a lot of people drive, they blow through a red light and get hit. When a lot of people drive, they don't know what to do in a roundabout. So saying it's common sense is not really common, because what's common to you may not be common to me. So when you're driving, I need you to look at which path offers maximum visibility. Let's pretend your car broke down. You need to get over to the right. Which path offers clear space ahead? To the right. Which path provides the clearest path to the side? The right side, because the left side is a small, narrow shoulder on the expressway, a roadway. We're in America, so we drive on the right. If we were in the UK, Australia, or India, we drive on the left. Okay? So it's really important that you understand this. I see some more questions coming in, but I like what you're saying, but I'm looking at this. Select the best path of travel. Which path provides the best safety? What's up, Grace? How you doing, girl? Do you drink your cereal milk? I do. So this offers a lot of good knowledge. And for you as a beginning driver, this is definitely going to help you. And I'm about trying to help. Because when you see Wham Bam Tesla or you take a test, it's going to pay off. I'm looking at some of your questions. If your passenger gives you bad directions, could you blame them? No, Graham. You're the driver. If your passenger gives you bad direction, you have an accident, it's your fault. You're the driver, Graham. What do you do if your brakes stop working? You downshift into a lower gear. So I answered the question. I like that. If your brakes stop working, you use your park brake. You downshift. If your passenger gives you bad directions, first, don't trust your passenger. The driver should always know where they're going. I love the questions. Let's keep going. Adjust your speed. Reasonable and proper speed for any condition is one that provides a safe path. If the speed limit is 70 and there's a snowstorm, you might be driving at 40 miles an hour. That's what a lot of beginners don't understand. It's really important. Grace, I'm going to make you my person in charge because there's some really crazy people on. So hold on, Grace. Put some more questions in. Give me 1 second. Grace, I'm going to make you my moderator because there's some crazy people on here. All right, Grace, you're my standard moderator. If people say crazy stuff, you have the power to remove them. Okay, let's keep going. So you want to adjust your speed to safety, okay? If it's 3 seconds following distance, it could be 4 to 8. Okay, if you drive too fast for the conditions, you might not be able to stay on your intended path of travel. You'll go into the ditch. You'll crash, okay? Traveling too fast, a lot of beginners don't understand. Downtown areas, going too fast, hit someone. A rainstorm, an ice storm, going too fast, you'll crash. We have something called the basic speed law. You must drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable for the conditions on the road. Put in more questions. Other times, the action will be to accelerate. For example, another vehicle is about to hit you from the side or behind. There is room in the front, you get out of danger. Adjust your speed and position. I want to look at some of the questions you have. Put in more questions right now. Can rain and puddles be dangerous? Yes, because you could hydroplane. And if it rains really hard, you want to try to drive around big, deep craters. Yes, you can lose control of your vehicle. It's called hydroplaning. I love it. Keep putting in questions. Let's go, guys. What do you do when an animal jumps out? You squeeze the brakes, have both your hands on the wheel. We never veer for the deer. I'll show you a video on that. We never veer because human life is more valuable than animal life. I'll say it again. Human life is more valuable than animal life. Let's go. Let's put in questions. Let's go. Let's get it. Put in these questions. So if an animal jumps out, you slow down as much as possible. It is scary driving in heavy, heavy, heavy rain. And if you can't see, you want to pull over. Occasionally, there are really heavy downpours and you can't see and it's dangerous. You turn on your four-way flashers. You drive slow. And if you can't see, pull over to the right because we don't want to drive into danger and cause someone else an accident, right? You should always follow the rules, whether there's a cop there or not. I think if you're going to learn how to drive and look for the police, you're going to crash. If you learn how to drive safe and consistent, you're going to be a good driver. If you look for the police and then speed, you're going to be a speeder always. If you look for the police, then run a light, you're probably going to end up getting caught. So never look for the police. Always drive so you're consistent. Always. Okay, let's keep it going. Communicate your intentions. Headlights, brake lights, tail lights, turn signals, four-way flashers. You remember what I said? If your car breaks down, warn others of a problem. Turn on your four-way flashers. Reverse lights when backing up. Use your horn. So these are the things you need to do. I love going over this because I'm going to hit you with a quiz in a moment. Grace, now you know how I feel. They crazy. Let's keep it going, Grace. Let's talk about, I want to read this before we get into defensive driving. Okay, let's look at some of these questions. So I'm going back. If the passenger gives you bad directions, you have an accident, driver, that's your fault. Graham, that's your fault. Leighton, can rain and puddles cause you puddles be just as dangerous? They're both dangerous. It's just a different type of danger. Rain and puddles are a different type of danger than ice and snow. Okay? Ice and snow, you're going to slide very easily. Rain and puddles, you'll slide less, but you still can crash. But they're two different types of danger. I love that. We talked about an animal jumping up. You never veer for the deer. I heard a theory by hitting an animal such as a moose is like hitting a car. I don't know. I never hit a moose. And tell us your theory. Where did you get this from? Okay? You don't want to hit a large animal. Your car is obviously going to hit an animal and the body will give. So we don't have moose in our area, so I can't answer that. Next, okay, bye. Can you get a ticket for driving too slow in bad weather? Yes, you can. Grace, I don't know if you can remove them or not. If someone is tripping, let me know. I'll remove them. Okay. So yes, you can get a ticket for driving too slow. We talked about if your brakes are not working, you use your emergency brake. You downshift to a lower gear. My power just went out. Okay, we talked about that. If a person in front of you turns left in the sub and there's construction on the right side, do you still have to stop behind them? If you don't stop, you're going to rear end them. Leave space. What's on the permit test, Noah? That's another discussion. Okay, we talked about is starting traffic a crime. It can be if everyone is speeding or being reckless or there's a four-way stop and people are going through and then you get hit or you hit someone. We talked about changing mirrors. You lean over to the right. You adjust your mirror adjustment switch. If your back window is too foggy and can't see out of it, you get out and clean it off, Cole. You turn on your rear defroster. You have to get out and actually clean off the snow and ice. If your tire blows out and there's no safe place to pull over, what do? You pull over to the widest side of the road. Okay? Most time it's on the right. Is staying too far behind a car in bad weather conditions going to affect How you perceive danger? Yes. You want to have a safe following distance. Bad weather requires an increased following distance 4 to 6 seconds. What can I improve in PDA? Experience. If I don't change speed quick enough while getting respect, you're going to get ran over, Hudson. Will I get a ticket if the road is icy and my car goes off the road? Yes, Ben, you could, because you don't demonstrate control of your car. And if your car's in a ditch, the police will call a tow truck company, and it's not free. They want to charge you. No one's going to come out and tow your car out of a ditch for free. So you better have money, Ben. Okay, I like the question so far. Confidence driving in the rain. Have really good windshield wipers. Drive slower. Don't speed so fast. I like the questions we're having because I know the exact videos to show you. I'm going to hit 2 more screens. Put in more questions. Defensive driving. Every driver should develop a proactive driving approach intended to avoid potential conflicts. PDA. Get the big picture. That's what I'm trying to get you to do. How do you know when you need air in your tires? Your tires feel kind of mushy, or your tires feel very hard. If you had too much air in, you go over a bump, the ride quality is very hard. You should put air in your tires. You should check them about every month. Check them when they're cold. You should have a tire gauge. Avoid risk, which is the chance of death, injury, or damage or loss of life. Proactive drivers always give other drivers more space. Expect them to make mistakes. How do you know if you need tires? It takes you longer to stop. When it's wet outside, you can feel the car sliding on the expressway. Your tires are bald. You have a more difficult time slowing down. It takes you longer to slow down. When there's a light rain, you feel your car sliding. The tread is the biggest thing. If your tread is low, it's like a gym shoe. If your gym shoe's worn out. Okay, guys, put in questions. Put in your questions right now about this. And then we're going to move forward. How do I adjust my speed when driving through fog? Reduce your speed. Turn on your low beam headlights. Why do cops care if you drive too slow? Camden, because you're a hazard on the road. If you drive too slow, you're going to hold up the flow of the traffic. And remember, cops or law enforcement officers are there to maintain safe driving conditions. So Camden, if you're driving too slow, you're going to hold up traffic. You're going to cause an accident. So that's why. I love it. Yeah, I drink all my cereal milk too, 100%. Okay, I thought of some good questions. This is really going to help you. Now what I need to do is get a bad weather quizzy for you to help you understand. We talked about the training manual. Now I'm going to find a cold weather, bad weather driving quizzy. You're going to take that, 10 questions, 15 questions. Then we'll see some videos. But we got to get you prepared. Type in what you learned, please, and thank you. Give me a second. I drink all my milk, real talk. I do, because I don't want to waste anything. Okay? I love it. I'm doing good today. I'm driving my daughter's truck. She's got to get it repaired. She's got a 2021 Grand Cherokee Liberty, leather interior. It's a smaller vehicle. It's kind of fast. So the brakes are really soft. So I'm doing pretty good today. How you doing today? You know, what's going on with you? All right. Having a good day. I really am enjoying these lives. Go ahead and put in your questions for me, right? Do you drink your cereal milk, right? I do. I'm having a good day. I'm always pretty happy and bubbly and just really trying to be safe out here. Be safe. And that's the most important thing. I really am good watching a movie with my wife and hey, that's great. How you doing? Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're subscribed. All right, guys, I'm going to put in Cooper's code. It's going to help you recognize some danger. You're going to have 20 questions with this. I'm going to do a quick screen share. I'm glad that I'm helping you. And we'll talk. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, we're going to do a screen share. All right, guys, we're going to do a screen share, and then you're going to lock into this. Okay, join my quiz. JoinMyQuiz.com. I want to start this. There are 20 questions. It's Cooper color code. It will help you understand dangers, driving on curves, and then we'll hit some snow videos from the network. I'm glad that I helped you. You want to join in the quiz? The code is, this is joinmyquiz.com. It'll take you off platform. What I'll do a screen share next time. And then this quiz is about driving. And then what I've done before, I've done Kahoots, I've done Quizzies, and then we'll post it out. But if you want to join, it's called joinmyquiz.com. It's 186612. And this is about Cooper's color code, about recognizing dangers. I really want to make this fun and educational. And I really want you all to just enjoy. I want you to feel comfortable asking a state certified instructor questions about driving, questions about cars, making good decisions, leave early. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start this. I don't want to waste time. All right, if you want the code, 1-866-612. 1-866-612. This is joinmyquiz.com. I use this in education. I use it in driver's ed. It's a great icebreaker, and it helps students learn. Grace, I see your name. Okay. And I just want to help all of you learn. And I want to help you improve. Guys, go ahead and join this. Okay, 1-866-612. Put in questions that you have. I think the biggest thing is just feeling comfortable. Today, it's almost 2026. I think a lot of drivers are very nervous. I think they feel overwhelmed. I think you feel rushed. If you don't have your license by 24 or 25, you're like, oh my God, I'm such a failure. I'm behind. I have anxiety. It's real. This is why I want to start the nonprofit. By 2032, I'm giving myself that date to make the transition, to get an electric vehicle, to teach social emotional, and to help people from learning how to drive, getting to the DMV, signing up, getting that TIP, then taking them on the drive, getting them to the road test, and then getting them back. Because I think once you obtain your license, that's going to be, hey, Grace, I see you. I love it, Grace. I love it. Thank you, Grace, for believing it. And Grace will go over it. So, Grace, you're on 2 platforms, girl. It's good. It's good. Okay. And go ahead and go through the process. Grace, thank you for locking in. Okay. So, guys, go ahead and put in your questions. I'm going to read some information to help prepare you. First, preparing to drive. Do you put on your seatbelt? If you don't put on your seatbelt, automatic failure. Put both hands on the wheel. You have to drive both hands on the wheel. Next, fails to defrost and wipers. You remember we were talking about this? If you don't clean your windows, you can't see. And if you can't see, you're going to crash. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and remove you because you're on that random. So I'm going to go ahead and remove you. I love it. I love removing people who are not focused on the script. This is about driving. Okay? This is about driving education. And let's keep it going. Okay? Next, fails to check traffic conditions. If it's raining or snowing, reduce your speed. Right? Selects the wrong gear. it's easy to do that. Okay. It's very easy to select around gear. Speeds. Do you go too slow to the conditions or do you go too fast? Do you exceed the speed limit? Automatic failure. Okay. Next, uneven starts and stops. You're slamming brakes. You're going too fast. You're going too slow. Take your time, guys. When you're done, we're going to go over everything. Next, stopping. Do you overrun the crosswalk? You'll get a deduction. Next, waits too long at the crosswalk. Are you hesitating? Okay. Also, please answer the question, do you drink your cereal milk? I do. And sometimes I put coffee in my cereal and it's really good. So I drink that too. Do you stop unnecessarily? A lot of beginning drivers do that. They stop unnecessarily. So if you stop unnecessarily, then you're not really going to be prepared. Keep going, guys. I see some of you halfway done. Take your time. I want good scores. This is really going to help you. Next. Do you fail to stop at the stop line? If you do, you're going to have a minus. Okay. Orange, and we'll talk about that, Grace. We're going to talk about other colors. Okay. We'll talk about other colors, Grace. That's awesome. Grace, I'm so happy you're connected with this. Okay. Grace, I'm going to peek and check your score right now. Grace, you got 5 right. You got 5 right. You're at 25%. You got 4 wrong. Keep going, Grace. Keep going. Okay, I'm peeking at your score. Keep going, Grace. No shame. I love it. Okay. Orange is the highest level where you're like so far locked in. Okay. So you want to be in the middle. Okay. You don't want to be white. That's unaware. You want to be the next level. Okay. Always looking, always scanning, always checking. Love it. We should have more people do this. Next, drives over a curb. That's automatic failure, right? Next, improper approach for left turn. You turn too short. You almost hit a car. You turn too wide. You almost hit a curb. Keep going, guys. Take your time. Whenever we're done, and then we can talk about this quickly and keep it moving. Next, school zones. Fails to obey the posted limit. You're going to hit a kid. Automatic failure. Okay. Next, safely positioned to vehicle tailgates or drives too close. Hey, get this thing a thumbs up. Let's keep it going. Make sure all of you subscribe because I'm trying to bring you value. I'm trying to get you going, and there's a lot of good learning. And I do appreciate Grace. Grace is my moderator, and she will remove people who are out of pocket. You got deleted, and we're just trying to keep it moving forward. Okay. Change lanes, fails to signal. Okay, you got to look ahead. And all these have little funny statements in there, but they teach you how to drive. And that's the thing, you want to learn how to drive. Next, backing up, stops in an improper position. You'll get your car hit. You're blocking areas. Backs up too fast. You can rear end someone. So you want to back up slow. You want to look out of your back window. Now, here's some other information to help you. And this will be available on my stand store. I will put this up. You need to click the link in the bio. And I have a stand store where I sell digital products. So I just want to let all of you know this. What's up, E? Grace just joined joinmyquiz.com. So she's actually playing it. Dry cereal, Cheerios, Frosted Flakes, right? You're going to have a scratchy throat. I eat dry cereal. Girl, stop. Okay, out-of-state license. Okay, you got to watch out for out-of-state drivers. All right, guys and ladies, we're going to go over these answers in a moment. I see most of you are almost done. And then I'm going to go ahead and keep the class moving. So let's keep it going. I love the community. CE, when you weren't here, I made Grace the moderator because people were getting out of pocket. So it's all good. Whenever one or two of you are here, I'm turning it over to you. It's just hilarious. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it, and let's look at the answers. And we'll talk about this really quick. Don't worry, we'll talk about it. All right, let's go over this right now. Let's view the report, and let's get it going. 68% accuracy, that's not bad. 97% completion rate. Let's look at the questions. Okay, you're cruising with your iced coffee, okay? You're cruising to your iced coffee spot. You're going to go get coffee. The light turns yellow ahead. You're thinking, fine, I guess I'll stop. That's the best possible answer, because if you send it, you could hit a car. Scan the intersection is the guy at the crosswalk. You should always scan the crosswalk. Perfect time to check my DMs. You don't want to do that. So B is the best, safest answer. Remember, you can get a ticket for running yellow light. And if you're cruising to your coffee spot, you might not make it there because you're going to have a ticket. And most of you go to school in the morning, or you get something after school and then you go home. Okay, number 2, a car suddenly merges into your lane without a blinker. You might post it on TikTok, but you want to time for a lesson, lay on the horn. Okay, rude, that's fine, slow down. So the best one is B. You want to slow down. You don't want to get hit. You want to ease off the gas, create space. You remember we talked about the situation, right? So the situation, you might have to tap the horn. You got to make space. So B is the correct answer. 14 of you chose that. Good job. At a four-way stop, it's your turn, but the driver to your left looks confused. My turn, my rules, go immediately. Don't know, you go, not me. So the best one here, you've paused, they look confused, I would proceed. Okay, my turn, my rules, go immediately, but look, make eye contact. Because if you tell them to go and you go, there's confusion. If you made eye contact with the driver and they've stopped and they still look confused, proceed. You blocked, okay. Let's keep going. Okay, you see a ball rolling out into the street between parked cars. Your brain goes, alert, a child might follow. A child might follow. You always have to be prepared for that. Adults don't play with balls. Old people don't play with balls. Little kids do. Or maybe an adult playing with their son or daughter. Slow down. Okay, let's keep moving. What's the main character of Cooper's Code? White. See everything in every space. Okay? You want to see everything in every space. You got to look. You're on a long, boring highway drive. Your mental state should be monitor the cars around you, planning to exit. Okay? You don't want red. Got to pass everyone. You'll get a ticket. You don't want yellow. You never want to zone out. Yellow is meaning you zone out, like you're playing Minecraft. White, you're monitoring all the cars. And black, road rage against the snowplow. You don't want to do that. Next, a pedestrian is waiting at a crosswalk. Unfortunately, it was just kind of a little typo. You want to yield to them. Number 8, the driver behind you is tailgating you. Change lanes when safe. You don't speed up because you won't have room. You don't brake check them because you can get a ticket. You got to get a selfie. That's silly. The best answer is change lanes when safe. It's not a problem. Next, white. In Cooper's color code, it's NPC mode. You're scanning. You're aware. Next, you are approaching a curve in the road. What are you not doing? You're not scanning the apex and looking for potential hazards. You have to scan. You have to look. Next, you see an emergency vehicle with its lights way ahead. Your first move should be, okay, pretty lights. Got to speed up for the crash? No. So this is the best possible answer. Okay? You don't want to speed up to see the crash. What does orange focus on? Hazard. Hazard. Okay? A hazard. Not the sky, not a vibe, not revenge, a hazard. Let's keep going. It starts raining lightly. You should increase your following distance. Remember, you guys asked me about that? Rain, snow, fog. Increase your following distance. Turn on your headlights. You want to grip the steering wheel a little bit firmer. You don't start drifting. You'll crash. Oh no, water. You could crash. Puddle, splash zone. So you want to pick the safest one. The Cooper's color code is all about predicting the actions of other drivers. I do have a WhatsApp number. I'm just not quite sure how to use it, and we'll figure it out. But make sure you subscribe. Next, you're in a yellow zone, actively avoiding a crash. Okay, there's white, you're totally oblivious. Yellow, you're locked in. You're watching for other crazy drivers. A car is swerving in and out of traffic. You think, okay, you want to give them room. They're a major hazard. Okay, give them room. The most basic color is yellow, chilled, not stressed. All of you need to be yellow. White, you have no clue what's going on. Thank you for the shout out. I really appreciate you. Let's keep it moving. You're about to make a left turn across oncoming traffic. You're orange. You're judging the speed gap of oncoming traffic. A lot of you as beginners don't know what to do. Not red, you don't gun it. We'll die. You'll fail. Yellow, it's my turn, maybe. We'll get hit. Black, they'll stop for me. No, they won't. Orange is the best answer. Red means you're angry. Doesn't mean relax. Okay? Type in what you learned from me. Please type in what you learned from this quiz. Type it into the chat, please and thank you. Type it in. Type it in, type it in, type it in. Type in what you learned, please and thank you. Yes, all of you need to be at that. And some people do drive angry. Bad day at work, lost their job, dog died. They can't meet their bills. They woke up late, they had devastating news. They have to go to work. You are in charge of your own mood, right? You're in charge of your happiness. You are in charge of you feeling optimistic. Okay? You have to create that safe zone. That's your responsibility. Okay? You have to create that chilled moment because the world is a very busy place. Things are going on around the world. It's dark where we are. Okay? On the other part of the world, it's morning. Okay? It's 7:23 in the morning. Okay? It's dark here. Okay? So people are starting their day. And I'm trying to teach you not to lose focus. Okay, we're going to see a couple of videos and go over this information. Type in what you want to see. Okay, I'm going to pick a couple. Give me 1 second. Grace and E, I want to say thank you. Like, thank you for all your care. Thank you for all your love. Um, Grace, Grace, I got some nice stunner glasses for you, Grace. Reach out to me on Instagram. It's a little case I'll give you too. Grace, I'm gonna send you some of these stunner glasses. I'm gonna take these off. You about to laugh, right? I'll be clowning, right? When I put these glasses on, Grace, they be trying to clown me. But then when I come with the gamer glasses, looking like the professor, they're like, okay. So people always act crazy. I want to say thank you all, Grace. Thank you. I appreciate you. And when good things happen to me, I'm going to share that bounty with you. Okay. Grace and E, thank you so much. Grace, thank you for playing the game. I appreciate you. I'm going to let you go. Grace, get me on Instagram. Driving with Myles.